Well, good morning. Jay Michael here from Tyler, Texas on Mentor Monday, on a beautiful Monday here in Texas, even though it's in the middle of summer and warm. Welcome, everyone. As we this our regular Mentor Monday meeting, we're right here towards the end of June. I can't believe that we've got a week left to finish out June. Not much in terms of announcements. We'll have some announcements next week as we get into 1st of July. We do have a special end of the month special in the continental United States market, and I don't know if they might be doing it in some of the other regional markets, Mexico, but I'm not positive. On collagen, look at go to 4Live and go look. You probably you'll get an email. I got an email this morning for the end of the month special. It's a discount on 2 boxes of collagen. You can buy either or types of the ones we have. But that's really the only announcement I have today, but I'm really excited. If you joined us last Monday, we had a great meeting on social media. And it was so great, in fact, that we didn't finish it. So we decided to do a part 2 today with Dodie. So Dodie's gonna, and she mentioned she's got her notes are so long, we might need a part 3, but that's great too. But anyway, Dodie, good to see you. How things up in Canada today? And I'm gonna turn it over to you.
Okay, thank you, Michael. Well, we had some lovely rain here in Saskatchewan, so that was wonderful. I had a weekend of relaxation and getting myself organized for all of the presentations today. So I'm actually doing this one, and then I have my detox diaries with Dr. Ronnie at 8 p.m. Eastern in the Detox for Longevity group. So if you haven't even entertain the thoughts of detoxing, jump in there later and join us tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. So I'm not going to talk a whole lot. I want to dive right into my training because I have lots to cover. I love seeing everyone here. Welcome, welcome. Go to share. Now we're getting into the nitty gritty, Michael, here on Facebook, and
Okay.
this is where I love being in the nitty gritty. So we gave you some overviews last week, and I want to show you how to put some things into play. I want to talk to you a little bit more about your posting. So there's a lot of information, and then of course I'm going to wind the call up with a little bit of homework. So from last week, did anyone have any questions or any challenges with the homework that they had?
I didn't.
No? That's good. That's good. Obviously, it didn't go hard on you.
Yeah, I know. It's easy. Not easy, but it's fun. Had some fun.
So what I really want to talk about is posting and how to make it work in the 2 areas that you choose. Full-time being an hour a day for 5 days a week, or part-time for 3 hours a week, 3 days a week. So with posting on your personal page, we want to think of it as a coffee shop. We don't want to feel like we're in a shopping mall and be all salesy. This is like where Facebook should be like you're in a coffee shop. You're wandering around and visiting with your friends and peeps in there. So we also want to make our news feed and stories work with the algorithms. So I'm going to give you some tips on that. But very first thing I do want to talk about is your news feed. So posting in your news feed, and I hope some of you went in and sneaked around mine and took a look. Um, I try to do a good complement of business versus uh, personal, right? And your personal always wants to be 80%. Your personal is where you're going to make your connections. It's your real life moments, it's your stories, it's encouragement, and maybe even some questions. It's behind the scenes, it's humor, it's wins, right? Or any struggles you're going through. This is where you're going to put them so you can share it. And I always think of Facebook like I'm sitting across from Michael in the coffee shop. And if I share this with Michael or the rest of you, I would share it on my Facebook, right? So that's how you think of it. So when you think of business posts, they're going to be 20% of your posts, and they're going to be about tips, they're going to be about testimonials, results, promotions, and invitations. But never do you want to sound salesy in that area. And you can work all of this on any of the platforms, the TikTok platform, the Instagram, LinkedIn. They're all I want you to all think about relationship building when you're on any one of the chosen platforms that you do choose. One thing I do want to share with everyone is pick a platform you can focus on. Instead of trying to spread yourself everywhere, do one and do it well, as opposed to trying to be on everything. And then if 3 hours on Facebook is doing good things for you and you want to add another one and maybe bump it up to 6 hours a week, then add another one. But first off, build your comfort in how you want to post, what I'm sharing with you on how to do it so that you can build a rhythm, a habit, and consistency, because that is the most important thing, right? And I do go in and look. So I'm going to give you some tips on how to post, how to clean your friends list, and what to do with your post, because that's very important. And I want to tell you some stuff about the good old algorithms. So, algorithms is what Facebook uses to help populate your posts. And they're looking at things you do on Facebook. Are you liking and commenting other people's posts? Are you posting frequently? Are you responding to your posts? So I'm going to give you an example. Of course, I left mine's stewing a little longer than I should have, but I wanted to show you what I do when I go into my personal posts, and then you can see how you can work it. So in the window of the 24 hours of after posting, you really want to go in there and keep interacting for 24 hours because that helps Facebook see that you're engaging. So I did leave some posts because I wanted you to see the different types of posts that I do. And some people, they tag us in. Okay, so this one here, we're going to go back to June 19th. That was Friday, I believe. I just wanted to give everybody a reflection of what's going on in my life. I'm known in Moose Jaw for detoxing and juicing and fitness. So I wrote a little thing about it, and then I put a picture of the pool in. So it's eye-catching. So when you look at this post, I have 190 likes and loves, and I have 18 comments, which I should have went back in and responded to, but I will right now. So we're going to open it, and I'm just going to give some loves out. I'm going to maybe comment back. You are more than, whoops. Oh, something messed me up there. Must have hit a key. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're just gonna, not sure what I did. Okay, so let's move on to the next and see if it's gonna do this to me. That brings back memories. Nothing has changed in 50 years. Remember our days of youth spent there. P.S. They have painted the change rooms and cleaned them up. So you're just going to want to engage with your people so that they know. I don't know what is going on with that one, but whatever. And just go down there. Okay, here's Shar. I'll be teaching classes in the morning. Please tell me more about. Oh, my computer does not like this. Anyways, I wanted you to see what I'm doing. Yes, leave page. So I'm going to keep going in there and responding to them. And then I'm going to take all my likes and I'm going to privately message these people. So to Gloria, Gloria might even be on the call today. I know she quite enjoyed that. Thank you, Gloria. Now, this all does take time for stopping on my post about the public pool. I appreciate it. And the reason I'm doing this is because it helps the algorithm. Any communication we do with people, either through Messenger or on our posts, helps our algorithm. Does that make sense to everyone so far? So the more genuine you reply to someone, the more the algorithm is drawn to you. And every time you cheer someone on, they love it, right? The algorithm loves it. They love engagement. And by being engaged in social media, the algorithm is going to reward you. Now, if you've been stagnant on social media, it's going to probably take about 90 days to get it working more in your favor. So you want to definitely spend time doing that. I'm just going to close that window. I wasn't sure if it was showing it or not. So here's my whirlwind Monday. See, I shared the love of you folks on the call last week, and then I shared the detox and the classroom that I was in. There's 49 likes, 2 shares, and 2 comments. So I want to go back and give them some love. And then I'm just going to keep working through this. So right here, I did a public awareness post for the city of Moose Jaw. To me, that would be a business post because I wanted to draw attention to some of the new bylaws they're wanting to put into place in the city, and I'm trying to rally the troops. So that got about 42 likes and 24 comments, but it had 21 shares. So obviously, the content that I put in there was very important. Now, in saying that, I didn't have a photo of rain. So I actually went to a website and it's called Unsplash. And you can snag images from there and not have to be worried about stealing someone's photo. These are there for us to use. So make sure you do check out the Unsplash website if you're needing some photos that you can use for your posts. Another thing I do want to share, when you're posting on your personal page, I try to only post once a day. You don't want to have your posts so close that they override each other. So try to, if you want to post, do once a day. If you want to post more than once a day, space them out over time. Because if they're back to back, one of them is going to lose effectiveness as opposed to the other one. So 6 minutes apart or an hour apart is not enough time. Another thing that I would love for you to all do while we're doing this new homework is to take a look at the times you're posting and do the time you're posting and write it down for 2 weeks. So if you're going to do mornings for 2 weeks and see how engaging your post is. And just keep a little side note. Well, I got this and this and this. If I do afternoon, say noonish, what's my engagement like then? Do that for 2 weeks. And then do evening posts for 2 weeks. And for your followers and friends and family, what is the best engagement time that you see? And then that would be the one you'll incorporate into your daily routine to keep it going. Does that all make sense so far? Okay, great. So using your personal profile is the best. I looked into using a business profile and a personal profile. If you're on here to build relationships, I highly recommend using your personal profile. The reason why is people buy from people they know, like, and trust. So if they can resonate with you as an individual, you're going to be someone that they're going to build a relationship either online or in person, right? In saying that, if you give yourself the professional dashboard, there is some great perks, but I'm going to tell you some things you're going to lose. And I just watched it happen. Your visibility is going to be less because now business posts are identified as a business. So the algorithm is not going to work in your favor. You'll notice a drop in your engagement with your people. You're also going to lose access to your friends list. So you're never going to be able to go in and pull them up personally. You're going to have to look for them. So when you go in here, I can go right into my friends list and see all of them. And I can work from my friends list. So what I can do here, and the reason I'm going to share this with you because here's another way to help your algorithm is to engage with your friends, right? So if you use your mobile device for working your Facebook, it'll show your friends in alphabetical order. Okay? We can separate the list to recently added. We can separate the list to birthdays, which we're going to talk about soon. We can separate the list again to current cities. So this would be everyone who lives in Moose Jaw or wherever you live in the world. If I had a hometown, which my hometown is my current city, so it won't change, or it could list the followings, which would be groups and different things. So we're going to work on the friends list now because you can have up to 5,000 friends on your personal page in Facebook. But let's be honest here. If you haven't had a conversation with someone in quite some time, or seen them in person or on Facebook, do we want them taking up valuable real estate? So we want to have people that are engaging on your Facebook. Just one second here. Okay. So it's you have to look at your friends. Yes, there's 5,000 friends, but this is actually your network. This is where you're going to network your life, your business, everything. And these people will be watching you from afar. I'll give you an example here. When I was with the other company, Avon Canada, I would do a weekly newsletter out to my team. And I would share, here, congratulations to our top leaders, congratulations to our top salespeople, and congratulations to the individuals who were able to merge the sales and the leadership together and make it a complete business around. So, with the direct sales, there is two legs of it. There's selling and there's recruiting. But you really become strong when you can merge the sales and the recruiting together. And that's the opportunity you have with Facebook. So I would be sending out those letters, and I had my top ranking salespeople, and they would see the recruiters too. And it would ignite questions. Okay, now you need to start telling me more. Because the more we share, they're all seeds we're planting, right? So it's causing curiosity. That's what we want to do. We want to create curiosity with them. So back to our friends list. I ventured off there. So think of this as a networking. And I really want you to think about this doing private birthday messages to them as opposed to posting on their page. If you post on their page and they get anywhere from 50 to 4,000 happy birthdays, are they going to see you? Are you going to stand out? But if I was to click into Shannon, and this is how I do mine, I look to see if Shannon is frequent. Okay, June 20th, she was just on there. June 17th, she was on there. June 17th, she was on there. Shannon's a friend of mine, so we talk pretty much every day. But I just want to show you what I looked for in her posts. Okay, so she's frequently on Facebook, right? Say today's her birthday. I'm going to open it up and I'm going to send her a personal birthday message. And the beauty of this, the beauty of this is Facebook has some great little tools. I'm going to have to explain to her why I sent her a happy birthday. So I put happy birthday, Shannon. I hope you are spoiled today. I'm going to maybe choose an emoji to put with it. And then I can send this off to her like that. So now if I go back to my friends list, I'm going to hopefully find someone that's not as frequent. Um, oh my goodness. I think I just removed somebody I should have used for an example for you, but let me see. Sorry, I should probably pick someone before we got here. Okay, so let's look at Gail. Let's see if she's frequent on Facebook. Oh, she posted 22 hours ago. She sent a thank you for birthdays out. But I haven't had a conversation with Gail for quite some time. I haven't even seen her around. So I'm going to pop into my messenger and I'm going to say, hi, Gail. And my fingers are moving faster than the keys. I hope you are having a fantastic June. And then I want to go back to what she was posting. She gets a lot of thank yous. So I want to just pick something that I can send to her. I don't see anything yet. So I'm just going to go. Did you happen to go to the hometown fair with all the rain? Friday night looked packed. So now I don't look spammy. And the reason I don't look spammy is because I've associated it with something that was going on in our community. And that's what you want to do because you know how people will send you a message and it's kind of like, why are they reaching out to me? Tie it into either a post of hers or something in the community so that they can realize it's not spammy because we know Facebook likes to let the spammers in, right? So when you private message people, you're reactivating a connection, which engages your algorithm. It deepens your connection with that individual. It helps build a real relationship. And people respond to conversations, not broadcasts. It also helps you clean up your audience. So as you're going through this and you maybe find someone who hasn't been active on Facebook for more than 90 days, so you'll go in and it'll be maybe their post when they open their Facebook 3 years ago and nothing else. They don't even have a profile picture. I remove them because to me, they're just taking up a seat in my coffee shop that I would rather have someone who's engaging be in that seat. So think about that when you're going in there. Another thing is when you're looking at their posts, are they still aligning with you as a person? Are they aligning with your core values? If they're not aligning with your core values, whether they're maybe throwing a lot of politics in there or they're really salesy, you have the right to just remove them. They don't even get a notification that they've been unfriended. So, set yourself up that way. So, my day usually consists of going and sending my personal messages for birthdays and then I can start re-engaging. And the reason I'm telling you to use your cell phone is because it's easier to track an alphabetical following. And I would like for the part-timers to think about sending private messages to 5 people a day, and the full-timers to think about messaging 10 people a day. And the reason I want you to do that is because that's going to help your algorithm. And then I also still want you to do the birthdays as a private message. But as you start doing this, when you're messaging and people are responding, don't let them interrupt your flow. Just keep sending your messages and get back to them. You can get back to them an hour later if you want. You always have your phone with you. So if you're waiting for the doctor, you can catch up on your Facebook Messenger. If you're waiting for the bus, like there's so many opportunities to catch up. That doesn't mean an answer right away when you hear that ding. So don't let it interrupt that hour you've set aside that day to get your social media working in your favor. And don't be overwhelmed by your entire friends list. Take it in bite sizes. Today I'm working the A's and I'm going to work the first 10 names in the A's. And it's going to take you a little bit of time because you want to make sure they're still active and then remove them if they're not. If they're still active, look at their post and see if it's something you can respond back with or bring back a memory. Hey, Claudia, remember that time I was training you and we were in Peterborough Mall and we had coffee in that coffee shop. And I was such a prairie girl. I didn't understand why you guys held your purses so close to you in the mall. Different things like that. And then Claudia will go, "Oh, this is Dodie. It's not somebody trying to spam me." Mm. I'm just going back. Another thing, here's an example of what you could say. I just saw your post about the public pool. Oh my goodness. I remember going there as a kid and spending the day there. Have you been going lately? Like that is a way somebody could send a message to me to engage in a conversation. Or here's another one. I just realized we haven't chatted in a while and I really wanted to connect with you. What's new in your world? or here's another one. I love staying connected to people who are active and inspiring. Are you using Facebook often? So, what I will do with those three examples is I'll create a little post inside the Upline Pro and the inner circle for everyone to take a look at. It might not happen right away, though. Please bear in mind, I have a lot on my agenda today. So, you want to keep your relationships visible and linking to them constantly because that's going to help your algorithm. It's really about quantity, not quality when it comes to this type of um, algorithm. They want to see quality. Okay, we're going to go back one more. So I am curious if anyone has any questions.
Dodie, Claudia put a question in the chat.
Oh, sorry, I can't see it.
That's okay. It's she's asking about the difference between your personal and you said a professional.
Mm-hmm.
I know for me, I have my personal J. Michael Smith, and it's what we were talking about today. And I've learned a lot. I need to go in and clean it up a little bit. I've got some friends in there. I don't even know who they are. So,
Yeah.
but I do have a Facebook quote page, and the page is the professional one. That's if the guys follow me, it's Mr. J. Michael Smith. And there is a difference, like you mentioned. The professional one is more business. They really want you to buy ads on the page. And
Yes.
that's how otherwise they're not going to promote you. They're not going to promote a page unless you just don't get it. And I actually use my page, quite frankly, as sort of a personal journal. If there's information and
Oh,
cool things, I'll just share it into my page for me more than anybody else. But I do get a little interaction in there. But you're right. I agree 100% with you. Your personal profile, Facebook that you started originally, is the one that you really want to build the networking and build relationships with. I don't know
yeah.
if that answers your question, Claudia. Or you can. What do you think, Dodie, on that?
No, it is
Do you
true.
have a page at all? Or you just don't even have a page?
No, I don't have a page.
Okay.
I like my
Yeah.
personal page to be because, and like I said to you, Jay Michael, if I was in a coffee shop, whatever I would put on my personal page, I would say to any one of my friends or
Right.
family members, right?
Gotcha. Makes
So,
sense.
yeah.
I have
And
also, I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I have a question. I read the threads on my Facebook, and apparently I have a lot of threads coming through with people that are ill, that are cancer and all that. And once in a while I say, consider this particular molecule for your healing journey. And sometimes I do a direct message to them. How advisable is that, or is that infringing? I haven't heard from anybody that way, but I haven't really been strong at it.
Okay. Would it be my suggestion? I would just ask them, I see you're struggling with pancreatic cancer and you're in stage 3 or whatever stage they're in.
Yeah.
I've actually had the opportunity to view some, how do we want to say it? Not products.
I would go with actually testimonials or stories or
Yes.
something I have heard from somebody.
And
then
then I would
invite
ask them
them.
if they'd be open to hearing.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I can do that in the thread as I'm going through Facebook and someone's talking about blah, blah, blah. And I can say, I've heard testimonials about what this particular person did. Would you be interested in hearing about it?
Yes, because you're
I
not
would
selling
send it in
product.
private.
Yeah, and I would send it in private too.
Yeah.
But you're always allowed to share a story, but
Uh-huh.
not a product. Like once you
Right.
say, I have heard about somebody that took this, like even if you're deflecting it that it's somebody else's thing or something,
Uh-huh.
Facebook's not gonna like it and they might kick you out of the group. But if you say, I heard a story from somebody and I can share it with you if you'd like to, you please write me in private, or as Dodie suggested, maybe just write it in private and say, I have a story to share or a testimonial. Would you be interested in and open to hearing more about it? And that's why we have created the Good Health and Solutions Facebook group, because then the I guess the funnel that we have created is that instead of saying a lot, you bring them into the group or share a testimonial or invite them into that group and say, there's several stories there that you might want to look at. And now it's not only your voice, but the voice of those that have, shared the testimonials in that group.
Can I ask you
that.
a question? Do you have a relationship with this individual?
No, total
Okay.
strangers. Cold.
Okay, so then you definitely first want to stop off with, hi, I seen your post, introduce yourself. I would love to be your friend. I feel like we have some stuff in common. Like you don't want to just, like, to me, if you're going to someone and it's your first interaction, it's looking salesy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and sometimes I just say, please consider another option. This is a transfectum, whatever it's called, whatever molecule. And sometimes in parentheses, I put the name of the company, and sometimes I just leave it alone and let them. And I said, if you'd like to have more information, I would love to have it. I'd like to work, talk to you or show you or something like that.
Mhm.
Okay. And then the other thing is,
Krista, wait, stop right there. Dodie, let's coach her on all of that, because there was
Yeah.
like just so much on that one sentence. But first of
Oh.
all, you can take off your screen so we can see your face.
I am on the screen.
No, it's
No,
Dodie. I can see Dodie's. There you go.
Yeah.
It's actually really good, Krista, because this is one of the number one, I guess, behaviors that we have and that we had before. So
And
number
all the
one,
companies do it.
yeah, and so and so just you're trying to give her a little bit of information by saying transfer factor and also putting in parentheses the for life.
Mhm.
And nothing is wrong and nothing is bad. And in coaching, you are allowed to do absolutely everything, and we're just giving you a few of our opinions. And I've learned this from Dodie and with different people. If you already gave them for life, you might have already lost them because you're going to lose them to for life, meaning what if they are interested and you already gave them the golden nugget? Like you can't give them everything all at once, because what you have done is transfer them into the for life world where they could purchase, but they don't purchase from you. So you've lost your lead. Do you understand?
Okay. Yeah, I understand that. Okay.
And if you're giving them the science, it's okay without the for life, but again, why not let them ask you more? So say, I have learned from a science that is so unique, and it comes from, mothers, it comes from mothers and grandmothers, and I have learned so much about this, but I would like to share it with you. And it's something that was discovered 60 years ago, and a lot of people still don't know about it, but I'm really an ambassador to this science. Would you like to hear more about it? So maybe give them some tidbits on the transfer factor science without telling him his transfer factor. Because again, if they Google transfer factor, they'll go to the highest person that has paid an ad in Google. And that person, and they'll go like, oh my gosh, look at this is amazing. And then unless you have invested hundreds of dollars a month on your ad, then there are people investing hundreds and thousands of dollars a month on ads that will probably, not even come to these meetings because they're already investing in ads. So that's another topic that Dodie might teach us, which is how to post ads on Facebook and other social media platforms. But that's another training for another day.
So I guess the first question was, is it legal? I think at this point, I would just like to help people introduce them to another option that's out there, because some of them sound so desperate. When I read their threads, I'm like, oh my God, there is hope for you out there. Do I say that publicly, or do I go into their direct mail and send it to them that way, messenger?
So Christina,
Krista.
are you posting on your personal page frequently?
Yes.
Okay. And are they seeing that you are a health-minded individual?
I don't know, because I've never talked to them before.
No, but if I'm going to go look at your page, are you a health-minded individual?
I think so. I don't know. I guess I have to look at it myself.
Can we look at your page now? Would you be open? We have
Oh, yeah,
15
of course.
minutes.
I just have to
Okay,
I can do it for you.
yeah, I'll give her, you can give her co-host because I'm not co-host.
No, I'll just open her page.
Okay, please do.
There we go.
I'm looking. So this, say Christina sent me a friend request because we're not friends.
It's not the M one. That's another. Well,
With
that's not
which one are you looking at this
Without the M.
person's? Without the M.
Without the M?
Without the M. Go back. There we go. That should be the one. No, it's not how to spell it though. Maybe I am the M. Well, let me see. Let me look at my Facebook and see what I am. How do I even know that?
With changing pictures, like it would be easy if you
I
have
have the
different
face that I had before. That's the one I usually use.
Exactly. So when you have a profile, my best advice is wear something that you will remember. I have like 6 profiles. So I always go, I tell my son, the one with the purple t-shirt, because that's my home stuff. Or my pink t-shirt, that's my for life stuff. So my business with translation is my white shirt. So make sure that your picture for you is
this
clear
picture that you see, that's the one I have. Well,
then
but
that's
I use
it.
Both.
There's your first issue, Krista. That you see what's happening right now?
No.
Like you have 2 identities for yourself, and you are confused about your own identities. So how do you think how do you think your own people that are looking into your stuff will feel? So that's a good trait. We're just coaching.
No, I'm happy.
Krista,
I'm happy
okay? Please. So don't feel that we're picking on you.
Fine.
We're picking on you purposely with love.
I guess right anyway. Let's see which one. We didn't find anything. Really?
No, so I have that one where you are on this one. Is this you? Is this your only one?
That's me.
Okay. So can I go into this one? Are you okay?
By all means. Yeah.
Okay. So so let's go in here.
Okay.
So
I think that's the regular. That's my normal one I use all the time.
So this is like your personal.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's look down. Let's look down. Well, no, it must not be.
I see you're a vegan chef.
I'm a raw vegan chef. Yeah.
Yeah.
Feng Shui consultant.
Yeah. So you've got some stuff that resonates with me. You and I have J. Michael in common as a friend. So if I were to even request your friendship, which by the way, I would never request friendship if I didn't meet you on this and we didn't have more than 5 friends in common.
Okay.
Those are my rules, but I'm not sharing that today. But you have things in here that resonate with me. But I really don't see anything. You've got a lot of health stuff, but I don't see a lot of your raw. Oh, here we go. Okay.
Well,
June 15th. Perfect. So if I was in a group and you said to me, I have a, um, I'm working with a company that has over 60 years experience with science. Would you be open to options? I'd probably come here and look to see if I'd still resonate with you
Mhm.
before I open that.
Well, I was very active in the raw food community and the movement here in town, and it's kind of slowed down because everybody thinks they know how to make a salad, which is much more than that. So I don't really want to advocate it any longer. And I think I need to
Okay.
update my personality. I just haven't put the For Life in there yet.
No,
Okay,
wait,
so
wait.
what's your favorite For Life product?
Well, actually, right now I'm on the probiotic, that
Okay.
one.
So other than putting the stick right, like putting the stick right
Uh,
on the thing,
uh,
here's a post for you. I crack it open and I do this. And
uh-huh,
then I write up a post why I love it. Nobody knows exactly what's in this stick. They just see
uh-huh,
me doing it really easily,
uh-huh.
right?
Yes,
So then as you build those posts out, but remember that's your business post for the week.
uh-huh.
So
Okay,
now you need to think of things to put in for your personal posts. Like
okay.
obviously you like horses. Do you own a
Well,
horse?
no, that's just a very good memory. I've never seen horses in snow. And one year when I was home in Germany, I saw the horse rolling in the snow, and that was like my thing.
So did you ever put that as a post?
Oh, maybe, 20 years ago when I did this. I'm not 20,
Okay.
but a long
So
time ago.
you can recreate that again. I love,
Even
and you can say, I
repost
love
it. Yeah.
opening my Facebook page and seeing this as
Ah,
my
okay.
cover photo. It's been a while since I shared with everybody, but when I was back home in Germany many years
Yeah.
ago, I seen the horses running through the snow and it was magnificent.
Right.
And
Okay.
then end it with, have you ever seen a horse run through the snow?
Okay. Excellent.
Right?
Thank you.
It's going to create engagement. And
Uh-huh.
then you can do another personal post tomorrow and then a business post, which could
Mm.
be something around another For Life product, or it could be a little bit more detail about when you take your probiotics,
Ah,
why you
okay.
take your probiotics, but don't say the product or the company. Just
Right.
sprinkle in seeds of curiosity.
Dodie, can you
Excellent.
use mine for a little bit as an example, just the last next 3 minutes?
Sure. Where are you, Claudia?
Uh, just Claudia. Yeah, there we go. So I can describe it a little bit, and then Dodie can give you a little bit more of her very good feedback. So what I'm trying to show people is health, but more than health is lifestyle. So sorry, go to the top again, Dodie. So I'm going to change this right now, but some of the things that I actually do is also check on people's, just like Dodie told you, I do check on people's um backgrounds because it talks a
Uh-huh.
lot about people. So Dodie, can you click on the Red Canyon? I click on there and I see what people are going. So it's in Spanish. I don't know why it's not translating into English for Dodie. It should translate. I don't know why, but it
Yeah.
says, it is great to walk in, thank you, Lord, for giving me
Right.
this opportunity. And then I said, my hobby is traveling. See, because
Uh-huh.
I'm targeting people that love to travel. And I'm
Uh-huh.
also okay, Dodie, can you do 2 or 3 of my past slides on this one on the back? No, on the back. Go click on the back, and then look at 2 or 3. I wait right there.
Oh, I see. I
Yeah,
see.
so
Yep.
I look at these things in people because I'm trying to connect and see if that person connects. So again, I was in the Great Escape in this one. So go back one more, Great Escape, and again one of my more one more. Let's look at that in Miami. So lots of traveling. See, I love posting their pictures of traveling, family, just birthdays, whatever. Okay, the next one is you can finish with that, Dodie. So I see if people are connecting with me or I'm connecting with them. I like being in places. So this is, I
Mhm.
don't do a lot of this one because For Life doesn't like, I mean, sorry, Facebook doesn't like it. Let's now go to through the postings, Dodie. So
The nice
I
week.
didn't post a lot on the weekend. I was super busy, but this is June 21st, and it's just our health talk for next Tuesday, right?
Mhm.
So if people are looking at that profile, they're like, oh, okay, she's into something that has to do with health, good health talks, and then they might go in or not to check what is it about. Let's go down a little bit more.
Now, I do want to say when you put a link in your post, the algorithm sees it as salesy and
Yeah.
decreases the visibility on it.
It's so a lot of people, you see how there's no likes or anything in it? People, not Krista, everyone.
Yeah.
So now Jillian tagged me on something. So that's really good. She's tagging me, her people and my people. We share a lot of friends. And so as you can see, 22 people have seen it, but the algorithm will probably see it as something that we're sharing, and people that we share will see it. And now, because she posted the 1 year anniversary, that might take away, some points for Facebook, but it looks like some people are liking it in there. Let's go down a little bit more. The next one was my event at the refugee talk, and I posted only about the mayor, but I want to show you something I strategically did. If people are looking at my pictures, I am wearing my For Life shirt. So I'm not posting anything about For Life on this post, but as you can see, I was wearing my big For Life shirt. So if I can put For Life somewhere in there, okay, let's finish with that post. And I'm talking about refugees and my coming to Canada. And then one more down, and that one's not going to show. That one, Dodie. And this is what Dodie's talking
Smoothie.
about. Your daily. I'm taking my smoothie. And I'm putting it in Spanish because I'm doing a Spanish detox with our reset. So now I'm doing a little reel with my pineapple smoothie that I drank, and now Facebook is looking at me like, okay, she's doing some of the stuff that we like. And so these kind of posts they like. I had a lot of views on that reel. I don't know here, but on the reel I did. Then more stuff about my family. I'm just connecting that I'm a family mom, because I look for moms. That's my niche. So Krista, it's not about looking for the vegan people, or I don't want to
I'm
reach
not.
out. Like I'm looking, and so you have to have your niche market really clear. And I'm looking for moms with children that want to stay at home, have a healthy and life and travel and just go to fun stuff and fun events. And people really go to me and say, oh, Claudia, I love that you travel a lot and you're always outside. How come, what do you do for work? Because you're always doing something and you're always like out and about. Like, I don't even know what you do. And I'm like, oh, I'm in network marketing. It allows me a lot of freedom to do the things that I love. So just posting about being busy is actually my strategy of looking for moms that don't want to be stuck at home, or looking for moms that don't want to be stuck in the 9 to 5, because that is my strategy. My strategy is looking busy with my kid, busy with my friends, busy at events in the middle of the day, right? And then people will tend to ask me, and I'm always wearing a For Life shirt, and people will tend to ask me, what is it that you do that you're always traveling? Or what is it that you do that you're always out and about, like during the day, in the middle of the afternoon? Why do you always have time to be doing all these like events? And I'm like, oh, I work in my own time. And so that's kind of like what I wanted to
So when we
put out
get
there.
the posts from For Life, when they show like Age Pro or the
No.
transfer factor, do we don't forward any of those? No.
No. And we
Okay.
never want to share a post. We want to actually take the post and make it our own personal one, because
Ah,
Facebook doesn't like that either.
okay.
So,
Okay. Recreate
yeah.
it.
And Christina, feel free to snoop on my personal page. Request my friendship. I still have room. I still have room, and I do, J. Michael, need to clean mine out. I haven't cleaned it out for a while. And I'll tell you a
Me
secret.
neither.
You'll go in there and you'll be like, some people are removed. I don't know if Facebook kind of removes them or what. And some people you might not even know you even had there, but it's good for a reconnect.
Thank you.
Another thing I'm going to say is I'm water fasting today, so I haven't done one for a while. I'm going to try to do 72 hours. I have joined a group for water fasting on Facebook. I'm just going to go in and start being Dodie in there. I'm not going to go in there and search for people. I'm going to go in and act like I normally do, so people are drawn to me as a person, and that may in time build a relationship and maybe move them into a customer. But I'm not going in with the plans to recruit or to
Yeah.
sell. I'm going in to speak from experience of I'm doing a 72-hour water fasting. I'm trying to be kind to myself, that type of thing. And I've done them numerous times, but I just
So the
wanted
other,
to share
thank you.
that.
The other question I have in regards to finding testimonials to help identify with people, do you have somewhere a file or somewhere that we can access that?
So Claudia, we need to invite her to the group, the
Which
Good
group is
Health
that?
group.
Okay.
I think Krista's in that group. Krista,
And
you're
what is
not
it
in
called?
Good Health and Solutions?
Yes, I am.
Okay, in there you can search a word
Uh-huh.
and it'll help populate the testimonials
okay.
or look through there. So
Okay, thank you very much. It's a big help. Very
you're
appreciated.
very welcome.
Just go
We're
through the
almost
guides. Sorry, we're out of time. Go through the guides, Krista, okay?
will.
Just look for
Thank you.
guides.
So
Okay.
can I just leave with a parting wisdom and homework? I want to leave you with homework. So I really want you to think about the 5 to 10 connections a day. That is going to be more powerful than building 50 great posts, right? Because if you don't have the algorithm working in your favor, your 50 posts are sitting stagnant. So remember not to post and ghost. Go back and give your posts some loves because that's going to help it repopulate again in the feeds. So now for homework, we had about a half an hour of stuff you were doing before, and now I'm going to add another half an hour. So now you've got about a whole hour to give your business or your Facebook. So the homework is going to be 15 minutes on the post within 24 hours of posting it. I want you to spend 15 minutes on your personal post, responding to the likes and comments via private message, and then also on all the comments going down on the feed that actually posted. I want you to spend 10 minutes in birthdays. Now, if you don't have 10 minutes worth of birthdays, use it for connections. And connections is working your friends list, sending private messages to 5 to 10 people each and every day to reestablish the connection. Now, in saying that, you're going to pick people you don't see on a daily basis. If you ran into Susie at the grocery store, you don't need to send her a private message because she is in your 90-day circle. So pick everybody who is outside your 90-day circle. So if you sent them a happy birthday in May, you don't have to worry about them right now. You can move on and engage someone else. Okay? So I hope to see you all around social media. Is there any questions? Hey, Helena. I love the red glasses. So I hope everyone walked away with a lot of information. I will create a post in the Upline Pro and Inner Circle, and I will be back for a part 3. I'm not sure when, but I will be back for a part 3. Thank you. Thank you
Thank
for
you,
all the
Dodie.
love.
Thanks so much, Dodie.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate it. I think we've learned a lot today, and Facebook it can work. It does work. We have testimonials of people who have built on Facebook. And Jodie, your homework, I think, is important also to remember. If you're just starting now, if you're not in the habit, let's just take a part-timer, 5 a day versus full-time 10 a day. 5 a day. If you start today and do it for the next 5 days, that's 25 people. And what happens is, if that is your routine, it gets to where, for instance, I do that, and I do it in spurts. Sometimes I get on a routine, I do it day. But what happens is the people that I'm reaching out to back in February, March, then I do it again in May, and then in June, and then you create a consistency to where eventually you can get more business minded with them. And they, even to the point, most recently, someone I connected with back in January and started building a relationship just recently. He actually lives here in town. We don't see each other, but he recently said, Mike, I think I'd like to get a cup of coffee and learn more about what you actually do. So now he opened the door to me. So now I will definitely take my laptop to the coffee store, and he'd open the door. I'm going to do a presentation for him and show him through slides and what I do and show
And
him.
they are watching you.
And so my point is, be consistent, and it will. So what you start today, if you connect to today, I call it touches. Go touch somebody today, somebody you haven't talked to, and then touch them again in a month. Eventually, those touches turn into some serious conversations about whatever. And so it might be in September that somebody that you talk to today all of a sudden goes, boy, I want to join. I think I want to do what you're doing. So in September is the payoff for what you're doing today. So, but you got to have it always in the funnel. So you don't want just one or two people in your funnel. You want 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 in your funnel. And it's hard to keep it organized. I keep a calendar and when I talk to people, and I've got a little app that helps me keep calendar. And actually I can look up my app today and it tells me, you need to follow up with this person that you talked to last, whenever it was. So that's the key.
And I'm old paper and pen here, Michael.
Pardon me? Yeah, I do.
Paper and
Yeah,
pen.
I have that. I still have my day timers too. So, and then again, I agree with one other thing about Facebook on links, and you're exactly right, Dodie. If you put a link to anything, your website, any link, Facebook does not want you to leave Facebook. That's why they don't promote that. They don't want people clicking on the link. All of a sudden, they're off Facebook. They want you staying on Facebook. So be leery of the links. Sometimes people put I say I've got go to the link in my bio, and I use LinkedIn, so or Linktree. So I'll say the link's in my bio in my description, or I'll put it down in a comment. I said, here's a link you can look at, but I don't know if that Facebook picks up on that or not. But
so where is your bio? Where does it show up on Facebook?
bio is where it says the about.
The about, okay.
And you just and I think, Dodie, we could do a whole training on that as well, on how to build your bio. There's so much you should do, shouldn't do, can do for bios. Bios are so unique to everyone, but a bio is information, but it's also just we'll have to talk about bios. And
and I would actually like my
bios are different for each platform. My bio on LinkedIn is different than my Facebook bio, is different than my Instagram because of various reasons. But anyway,
and I would like to do a core value exercise with everyone, because I think it would really make you realize how you post and how it aligns with your personality too, right?
Exactly.
So I think that I know when I did mine, it was a eye opener, because I went during COVID, I was approached by a company to learn finances, and I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. I hated everything about it. Passed like a rock star, but hated absolutely everything about it. I can't be put in a box and told what to say and how to say it. And they were always going, you can't say that. You got to say it this way. And I hated it. I want my personality to shine through. And that was one thing I was like, okay, that explains a couple of the jobs I had in my life that I didn't enjoy. They didn't align with my core values. So we will have to make that an exercise one day, and that'll be a whole training on a Mentor Monday which will be more hands-on. It'll be a Mentor Monday workshop more than actual come and listen to a presentation.
We've done those before. We've done some workshops before. Dave's done some workshops on core personalities, the color code thing. He's done some great
yes.
So wonderful. We've done those, but we'll have to do those
American
again.
Airlines has made adjustments to its Doha Qatar operation.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, we're past the hour. Thank you so much for attending. Real quickly, go look at we have meetings all week. Health Talk Tuesday tomorrow with Dr. Regina, Dr. Ronnie. We've got the Feel Good tomorrow night. We got business opportunity again Wednesday night. I'm not sure who's presenting this week, but Dave's still in India. But we do have that business. All are on davedaughtry.com/calendar.
And we have Alice or Cora, the emotional coach, joining Dr. Ronnie and I tonight. We're going to talk about emotions around detoxing and how it aligns with the giveaway and what's in the detox package. Plus, Ellis is going to give you some tips on how to walk through it, and Dr. Ronnie and I will be in there chiming in with it. I'm looking forward to it. I love it when we get riffing. Is it riffing?
Yeah.
Let's
Well,
call it
Claudia,
riffing.
anything I forgot? Anything mentioned? One last word. You can close us out today.
Yes, no, that's all. I just want to make sure that follow the groups. Dr. Gina, I'm so sorry I didn't send you the link with enough time, but it's so important that people get used to just going to the Upline Pro and click on that link. So if you don't have the link, don't feel lost. I know we sent the Facebook group link, Michael did. We're trying to get people used to just going to the event, click on the link. The link was there as well, Dr. Gina, and everybody. So make sure that as you continue to grow in your teams, send people to the right team. If they want business, they're going to go to Inner, and events are there. If they go to the Good Health, they'll find the information there. But all of it you can also find in the Feel Good Share Good. And the reason is because Feel Good Share Good is a public group. So all the events are public there in Feel Good Share Good. But links, website. Please send people to the website. So we'll try as much as we can to put them in there. But when we do it, it's a little bit more like when we remember, or, it's just kind of like additional. So what we want is everybody to go to the website. Next Mentor Monday is going to be Gavi, and Gavi is going to be empowering us, our beautiful platinum, with resilience on difficult times. She's going to be doing that one in English and Spanish as end of the month, as we did before. And so please bring all your guests. Who better than Gabriela Daughtry to talk about resilience with 27 plus years of experience as the right, left hand, and all around hand of the platinum of platinum. So Gabi's going to be taking lead on that. So make sure you bring lots of guests to learn from resilience. They don't have to be for life, because she's just going to talk about resilience in everything. Resilience in life, resilience as a mother, resilience as a businesswoman, and as the wife of a great businessman. So bring guests. Don't think, oh, maybe that person. No, it's a motivational talk. So bring all your guests. Okay. Thanks a lot, Mike. That's all for today.
Okay. Well, everybody, appreciate all of you. Always great seeing your faces. And have a great week. Let's have a great end of the month. Anybody needs help, reach out to any one of us or anybody that you see. I'll get back to, I know I owe some people some answers to some messages. I'll be working all afternoon here in the office, responding back to you personally. So goodbye for now, and we'll see you
Have a
next
great
Monday, same
Monday.
place.
Goodbye. Great
Bye-bye,
job, guys.
everyone. Bye-bye.
Have a great Monday.